The last time GamesRadar saw S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 Heart of Chernobyl at Gamescom 2023, we were left a little worried about the state it was in. To call the early in-development build exceptionally rough around the edges would be an understatement akin to calling the Chornobyl exclusion zone a small hazard to your health. It wasn't long after Gamescom that the game was delayed. Again. So when we were given the opportunity to have a hands-on preview of S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 this year at Summer Game Fest, we couldn't wait to see the updates that had been made. The preview we saw hasn't just refined those earlier rough edges, but completely transformed the game. Crucially, is it finally the game so many S.T.A.L.K.E.R fans have been waiting over a decade for? Developer GSC Game World let us blast through the first 40 minutes, and in the opening first-person cutscene we were led outside the zone, through a fracture in the protective wall and towards first contact with survivors living within the deadly landscape. The visuals have been overhauled entirely. The last time we saw the zone, it felt flat and washed out, but this time it was filled with dense detail and a violent sky illuminating deadly anomalies. It's a world thick with decay, and a heavy atmosphere that would be tough to stomach if not for the intrigue it all generates. You see, in the zone, spheres of energy hover in the air, warping reality around the edges, while pathways are lit by warm glows of radiation pools. Which is lovely. There's plenty of strangeness to draw your attention, but for the sake of not dying, or glowing slightly around the edges, we need to focus on fighting our way through the dangers to reach a way station. And the dangers are ever present, with some brutally efficient enemies in S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2. The AI is sharp, with enemies pursuing us through foliage, while our healing reserves were quickly depleted thanks to incoming bullets and blind dogs. Then there was also dwindling ammo, radiation sickness, and inventory weight to factor in. The fighting's feeling more realistic here thanks to recoil-heavy guns prone to jamming, and weapons gradually degrading over time. It was made very clear to us that this still has the series' legendary challenge spikes, and few concessions for players who may be unaware of that. So, first-time players, good luck. It seems like you're really going to need it. But S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 Heart of Chernobyl is more approachable than the previous games, something you can discover for yourself right now thanks to S.T.A.L.K.E.R Shadow of Chernobyl arriving on Xbox. While we think the menus could use a little refinement, it's easy enough to deal with all the options the game has as you manage resources and equipment, apply mods to weapons, check your map, or equip a variety of anomaly trackers to avoid stepping on anything glowy. Everything feels grounded to the reality of the game's world and only heightens the immersion. It does still need some polish though, as we encountered plenty of bugs in our 40 minutes, with everything from checkpoints creating death loops and objectives failing to trigger. Still, we're confident developer GSC Game World can fix everything. We're only a few months away from launch, and S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 Heart of Chernobyl is looking like the game countless trailers presented it to be. The zone is dense with danger, and the combat is delightfully brutal. S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 Heart of Chernobyl is going to be a Day 1 title for Game Pass and Xbox Series X, alongside a PC release on September 5th, 2024.